The literature of the absurd refers to a distinct movement in 20th century drama and fiction. It developed mainly between 1940s and the 1960s. It explores the deep conflict between the human desire to find meaning, order, and purpose in life and the indifferent, silent, and often chaotic nature of the universe. This body of writing gives artistic form to the philosophy of absurdism. It was clearly expressed by thinkers such as Albert Camus and Jean Paul Sartre. In these works, the absurd arises from the clash between humanity's longing for clarity and the world's refusal to provide answers. The movement gained strength in the period following World War II when the devastation of the Holocaust and the emergence of nuclear weapons shattered confidence in traditional religious beliefs, moral systems, and social institutions. Many writers felt that inherited explanations about progress, rationality, and divine order were no longer convincing. If life has no guaranteed meaning, then the human effort to search for stable truth or lasting purpose appears fundamentally absurd. In the myth of Sisyphus, Camus presents the Greek mythological figure Sisyphus condemned to roll a stone up a hill only for it to fall back down endlessly as a powerful image of the human condition. The absurd does not exist solely in the external world, nor only within the individual. It emerges from the confrontation between the two. Unlike conventional literature, which usually depends on logical plots and clear resolutions, absurdist writing deliberately breaks these expectations. In Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett, two tramps wait endlessly for someone who never arrives and nothing truly changes. Events seem to repeat themselves without development or conclusion. Language itself begins to collapse under pressure. Conversations are filled with cliches, circular arguments, meaningless exchanges, pauses, or silence. This breakdown of communication reflects the belief that language cannot fully express reality or bridge the distance between individuals. At the same time, these works often employ black humor, combining tragedy and comedy in unsettling ways. Characters may confront hopeless or frightening situations. However, they react in trivial, mechanical, or clown like manners. The figures in such texts frequently lack detailed backgrounds or psychological depth. They function more as embodiments of existential anxiety than as fully individualized personalities. The phrase theater of the absurd was introduced by critic Martin Esslin in 1961 to describe this dramatic trend. Besides Beckett, important contributions include Eugene Ionesco, whose plays such as The Bowl Soprano and Rhinoceros use surreal and exaggerated situations to expose the emptiness of middle class habits and the danger of blind conformity. Though he wrote earlier, Kafka is often regarded as a precursor to the moment. In the Metamorphosis, the transformation of Gregor Samsa into an insect is treated not as a miraculous event but as a disturbing yet strangely ordinary occurrence, emphasizing alienation and bureaucratic indifference. Camus himself illustrated absurdist ideas in his novel. The Stranger, where the protagonist Meursault appears emotionally detached from society and is judged as much for his indifference as for his crime. The literature of the absurd significantly influenced later postmodern writing by challenging traditional narrative structures such as the well made play and the heroic quest. Instead of offering comfort or moral clarity, it confronts audiences with uncertainty, emptiness, and the absence of final answers. However, it does not necessarily advocate despair. It suggests that in a world without guaranteed meaning, human dignity may lie in the conscious recognition of absurdity and in the stubborn decision to continue living, acting, and even laughing in spite of it.